In Europe, tipping comes from the heart, but more importantly, service comes from the heart. My name's Caitlin. I'm an American expat living in Portugal. A friend and I were talking about something very similar to this. We weren't talking specifically about tipping, but just comparing the outward friendliness of the Portuguese. And she used to live in Brazil, so she was talking about Brazil. I've never been to Brazil, but we could compare the US South. Before I continue, to all the trolls who inevitably will show up, let me say that we both love Portugal, but we will not let our love of Portugal stop us from making interesting observations and discussing them. So what she said is that she found that Brazilians are a lot more outwardly friendly and outgoing in general and warm. And not that the Portuguese aren't, but that's not the original, the initial contact that you have with a Portuguese person won't usually be that. And I said, yeah, maybe, but doesn't that make it feel so much more genuine when you do get that really warm friendliness from a Portuguese person and start to make that connection with them, because it's not their default. That it's because they've decided they want to make that connection with you. And how this goes back to tipping is that's what I find a lot, is that when I get that really good service, it's not that the tips come from the heart, it's that the service comes from the heart and the tips follow. So for example, my nails, which I love my nail person, she does a great job, and I feel like I've made this relationship with her, and she works really hard at my nails because I'm a good customer and because we like each other, not because she expects me to give her a tip every time. And that is true of any service that I get. Sure, I'm the customer, they want me to come back, but they're not doing it because they think they're going to get 25%. They're doing it because they genuinely want to do it. And that I think is so meaningful, rather than just this surfaceness that tips and certain cultures offer. I'm not sure that I've said that very eloquently, but as somebody from the north of the US, a place where people often get accused of being cold, but actually I think make much more genuine connections than places where people are like, hey, oh my God, how's your day? To complete strangers. I value the sincerity of those connections rather than the fakeness of the, hey, oh my God, how's your day? It's nice to see you. Because it's bullshit.